So OP10 has finally arrived. This set is called Royal Blood. And it's pretty crazy because we're already up to our 10th expansion in the One Piece card game. It only feels, not that long ago that OP01 came out. And then for the first few sets, the product was just so hard to get. But it's good that things have stabilized a little bit more now, and it's not so much the case where pre-orders were just selling out as fast as they were. So we're going to open 2 boxes of OP10 today. Hopefully, we'll get some good pulls. And let's get started, and we'll talk about the cards as we see them. I know there are some pretty nice alt arts in this set, and I believe the manga is a yellow law. So we'll take some of these packs. I'll leave that there, and we'll get straight into it because we have 2 boxes to open today. One Piece boosters. They are kind of tough to open sometimes, and you really do risk damaging. Hang on, just got to get the focus on this. Damaging the cards sometimes. So for our first rare, we've got a Smiley and a Damned Punk. Hang on, this focus is not happening. There we go. Alright, Punk Hazard. Bartolomeo. Brooke. Let's meet again in the new world. Frankie. Okay, so the red cards in this set have the Straw Hats that are body swapped when they're on Punk Hazard, so they're pretty funny. I've got a Fighting Fish, Saint Homing, Caribou, the Creep, Jesus Burgess, Nami, so the Odyssey cards come back in this set as well. We've got a Luffy, and okay, so that's literally the alt art of that Luffy there. That's quite nice. I like the art on that. So we have our first alt art already. Let's put that in a sleeve. I do not know what's going on with this focus, but let's hopefully that works out. It might just be the camera settings at the moment. So Nami in Frankie's body, Buffalo, Kinemon, Barrier Pistol, Zoro from the Odyssey, we've got Usopp, Beyond, Gum Gum UFO, Kazuki Momonosuke, Virgo, and Enel. So Odyssey Enel. This set brings some interesting things to the game. There are a couple of new decks and a couple of older decks that get some support. I think Blackbeard specifically gets much better with the release of OP10. And there's a new red-green smoker, which is doing some things in the East. One thing on that note, it's really nice to see that in 2026 the releases are going to get changed to a global release, so they're going to be releasing in all parts of the world at the same time, so we're not going to have this East meta before the cards come to the West, which will be good because it means that we're just going to have to sort of learn to deck build as we go and not just copy what they're doing. So this is that smoker I was talking about. This is apparently quite a good leader based on what we are seeing. I'm actually just deciding now I'm probably only going to open 1 box on this video and save the other one for another video just because this camera is bothering me and it's not focusing. But I've already started this box, so we'll see it through, and I'll need to play around with the settings there so I can film the other one. I don't want to have this happening throughout the whole video. That'll be quite frustrating, I imagine. We've got a Bonnie, Caesar Soldier, God Thread, Shiryu, and Leo. So some of these rares are actually quite good. I'm seeing a lot of these, like the Leo and the Shiryu, they're quite popular. I've already got quite a few pre-orders for some of those rares. So the set is looking pretty good. And the alt art leaders are quite nice in this set. They've gone off the sort of the face arts, and they've got some more interesting art going on, we'll call it. Hopefully I pull one of those so we can take a look. So we've got the Cavendish and Frankie with the plats. That's quite nice. Heat and Wire, Brooke, Nami, Nico Robin, Liberation. Yeah, I mean, seems pretty good. First SR, Captain Kidd. So the yellow Kid deck, not too sure how good that's going to be, but I like some of these cards that are designed for this deck, to say the least. This set has a alt art Divine Departure, which is a rare in the set. I think I pulled one earlier. I'll highlight that in a moment. Nami, X-Drake, Pika. We've got a Marco. This one seems pretty cool. It's a blocker. When he dies, it can bounce something. Monet for the SR. Let's see if I've got that Divine Departure. I think I saw it earlier. Yeah, here. So it's effectively a guard point. So on counter, it pluses 3k for 1. But there's a second mode to it. So you can rest 5 extra Don. So for a total of 6. And you can KO something that's got 8k or less. So this seems incredibly versatile and quite strong. I mean, a lot of red decks were already playing guard point just because it was an efficient counter. So with the extra mode on it, I think this is pretty good. I don't know if it's going to see too much play depending on whether red is in the meta or not. But there is an alt art of this, which is fantastic. It looks kind of like a manga rare event. I don't think it's quite that rare. But hopefully we can pull that one so I can show you what that looks like. It's a very nice card. So we've got Perona, Diamante, Robin, Brooke, Sai, Little Black Bears, Zoro, Caesar Soldier, Nami, Room. We've got a Mihawk, and this looks like an SP. Yeah, Usohachi. That's a nice one. So this is the 2k counter from the Luffy starter deck, the purple starter deck. If you've got 8 or more done on the field, you can rest a character with 5 or less. So it's a 2k counter, and it can rest a 5-drop blocker, for example. So it's a very versatile card, quite a popular one. Even the regular version is worth about $5. So nice, great pull. The SPs in this set are really nice. They're similar to, I think it was OP05. No, it might have been OP06, where they're just these very, you know, in the sun, full art, very pretty cards. Cavendish. I apologize about this camera focus. That's probably creating a very poor watching experience. So after this first box, I'll cut the video. I'll try and figure out what's going on with that, and then we'll make another one for the next box. So this is a SR Rocinante. Pretty decent card by the looks of it. So it's a 5-drop 6k. On play, trash a card, draw 2. And then at the end of turn, if you've got 7 or more done on the field, you can restand 2. So pretty strong effect. Kinemon, chopped up into pieces. Rock, Perona, Blue Gilly, Scotch, Let's Meet Again in the New World, Treble, X-Drake, Manchuri, Ryuma, Rare Cavendish. This is another one of those rares that are pretty good. So when attacking, draw 2, trash 1, and it's got that 4-6k vanilla stat line. So it's very good. And we've got a Sanji, even though it looks like a Nami. This is one of those cards that where they're body swapped on Punk Hazard. This seems reasonable. 3-drop 3k. On your turn, it gets plus 3k, so it becomes a 6. And then when it dies, it draws a card. So it's very aggressive. And then if they want to remove it, you get to draw a card, and it also counters. So that seems pretty strong. Get the cards out of the packet there. Brownbeard. Diamante again. Bartolomeo. Sengoku. Frankie in Chopper's body. The thing about these ones is they've kept the same faces. They've just changed bodies, so they're quite funny. We've got a Whitebeard. 10-layer Igloo. Koala. Tony Chopper, looking like a Minecraft character. Caribou. We've got a Capone Gang Beige. And a SR Doflamingo. So up to the second half of the box, we've already had 2 hits in this box. So I think at best we may get one more. Hyruden, Perona, Brownbeard, Ivankov, Sengoku, Barrier Pistol, Whitebeard, the Minecraft Chopper. Some of these events just have ridiculously long names. We're not even going to go there. Sugar again, and Hawkins. Blue Gilly, Inazuma, Punk Hazard, Usopp, Frankie, Gum Rhino. We're starting to see a lot of the same commons and uncommons as we go on, so we're probably going to go through the packs a little bit faster now. This is the Alt Art Don for the set. It's Dofi. In my opinion, not that great, not one of the better ones. We are getting a lot of Alt Art Dons these days, so this is not that exciting in my opinion. But if people out there do like it, then that is great. Actually, I might just put that there. So we're going to go through these a little bit quicker now. This is funny. Moosey. Pika. Sabo. And Tashigi for the SR. So 3-drop 4k, 2k counter. If a green character other than Tashigi that would be removed from the field by an opponent's effect, you may rest this character instead. So more of that Hawkins SR type effect. It seems like green has kind of fallen out of favor for the most part in the last few sets. Like Bonnie was reasonable, but it seems like some of the identity of green is kind of just not dying to other decks, like Lucci, for example. Don't know what we're sort of doing with that. I know green was very, very powerful in the early days of, you know, like Romance Dawn set 1. Kid was pretty strong. And Kinemon was pretty reasonable in set 2. And then I guess if you want to consider red-green lore as well, like that's a green deck. Those are quite powerful. And then for the longest time, green's just done absolutely nothing until sort of Bonnie came out. And even then, like, it was fine, but it really struggled to play against decks like Lucci, and even the blue, like Boa, it really struggled against. So, probably got about 6 packs left after this. Hopefully there is one more hit in this box. Foxy. Activate main, you can trash this character. If the number of Don on your field is equal or less to your opponent's, draw a card. It's a 2k counter. This feels like it's probably just a 2k counter, and then if you're incredibly desperate, it'll draw you a card, maybe. Anel and Rebecca for the SR. So when this came out, I think I read it, and I thought, it's kind of cool with Moria in the Rebecca deck, but that's about it. And even then, I was like, I think it's asking too much for what it actually does. I don't know, though. I could be wrong. Heat and Wire. Punk Hazard. Law Leader. Leo. And Shiryu. Another Don. So you get 2 of those Dons per box. So that'll be those ones. Buffalo, Inazuma, Brooke, Frankie. Smoker again. Virgo and Violet. Isho. So the One Piece sets in particular, I guess a lot of Bandai games are similar. They're not very big, so you will start to see the same commons, uncommons, and even rares, like they start to pop up in multiples even in one box, because I think there's probably about 120, 130 cards in a set. So after a couple of boxes, you're probably really just chasing the SRs and the secret rares. And the Altots. Caesar Clown. Kid in one's other half. Sabo. And, alright, so there's the secret rare lore. We did have one more hit in this box. It's pretty cool. I like the alt art more than the original art. It's not always the case. But this is also the card that I believe is the manga in this set. So we'll put that in a penny sleeve. Chuck that over there. And we've got 2 boosters left. We're not expecting to see anything in these ones. We've hit 7 SRs and 3 alts / secrets. So these should just be, I guess we'll call them dead packs, but we will double check just in case. Senor Pink, the Frankie with the plats. And last pack. Bellamy, Isho, Ivankov, Blue Gilly, Treble, the Moosey, Divine Departure, one of my favorite cards in the set, and we have a Mihawk. So that's it. Like I said, I was going to open a second box. I'll probably just wait to do that in a second video so I can work out what's happening with this focus on this camera. And yeah, we will see what we get out of that one. Thank you.